for the cause. Marching on Washington miners, we'll be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes, the peak, the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politics with the king. About economic growth. Cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know. Everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith and know that. Well, guess you got mine, I got your back. I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith and know that. Well, guess you got mine, I got your back. I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Again, it's Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 87 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
From just shy of midfield, Lock. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Clock now to throw. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A gain of 22. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw it is Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
We've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
After the turnover, here's Locke. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They look to throw. It's Locke. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Henry up the middle. Oh, he shifts past him. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They keep it with Henry on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Knocks this one through the post, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the play. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A big connection on that one. 55 yards. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Lions at 7-4 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here. And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And we both know there's a lot that went into why they made it in their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra from capturing the lead. Extra point safely through, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat as the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So out now come the Lions. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines going for it. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there. And there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 29, Locke, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. That's taken on the 25.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Come on, back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Once again, it's Swift. A beautiful fake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion.
And he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So here come the Lions now. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They throw right away. That's complete out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right.
Back now at Ford Field. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
He's going to look downfield for Henry.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for...
Swift going to try up the middle.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 73 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already. Down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
All right, go get him now. Come on, set.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the handoff, this is Swift. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and... Now a give right side Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. Here's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
To Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Locke. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This will go to Henry out wide. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Locke to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's going to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Henry. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into...
He's got a man, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from long, very long range.
Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenville's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at Nice Guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clean with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys.